A Kansas City VA employee says black staff members were asked to impersonate George Floyd. They say this happened as part of the VA's Juneteenth events tomorrow. 41 Action's reporter Sarah Plake talked with that employee.
Black employees at the Kansas City VA say they're surrounded by a culture of racism at work and say the worst part about it is that no one at the VA takes it seriously. So now they feel it's imperative to make it public. Employees at the Kansas City Veterans Affairs Hospital say their management's Juneteenth event does nothing to celebrate and honor African Americans. It does the opposite.
It puts me in a very compromising position, and I feel out of place.
This employee is speaking out, but wants their identity hidden out of fear of retaliation. The employee says they were asked to play a historical black character and later found out it was for a living museum event where black employees would dress up and stand next to a picture of the character.
I was told I would play a particular role and part, and then I, didn't know, so I just went with the flow.
The VA employee shared this email with 41 Action News that was sent by VA managers. In the email, VA managers asked black employees to play characters such as Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, and George Floyd, which the employee says was later replaced by Emmett Till. The employee is afraid they will lose their job if they say no.
I feel it is offensive, but what can you do?
Well, that's sad that you say, what can you do? I mean, you would think that there'd be more protections for people at work. Do you feel unprotected?
I do feel unprotected.
This employee is not the only person speaking out against racism and discrimination at the VA.
My chief of service referred to me as Aunt Jemima.
Attorneys, lawmakers, the NAACP, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and other groups are outraged at the dozens of complaints they've received from employees like Charmaine Brown.
I have 18 different complaints of racial statements that he's made to me, all well documented and all reported to administration, and nothing was ever done about it.
The Kansas City VA Medical Center's public affairs officer released this statement in response to the Living Museum. Quote, "There is no truth to that. Kansas City VA MC is holding an event celebrating Juneteenth in which employees may bring items celebrating African American history and culture. This could include food, poems, or personal stories. Participation in this event is voluntary, and no employees were asked to dress up." Sarah Plake, 41 Action News.